I'm very quiet on race day, I'm very focused. It's one of those when you jump in the car, it feels like you're jumping into a fighter jet or something. It's a lot to think about. There's obviously big consequences. You kind of get rewarded for bravery in this kind of track. So it's a big day, but then with the fans there on top of that, it just creates this like unique thing when you get to the track in the morning on race day. It's just like, yeah, it's like an electricity in the air.
It's unlike anything else. I don't want to use insane, I don't want to use crazy, they're too generic. There's nothing that comes close to it. There's more than 300,000 people in the same spot. Like in no other track, whenever you pass someone for the lead, can you hear the ah? But when you're going around here, you hear it.
Like before I wanted to be quickest on every practice, and now I see the bigger picture, I understand the bigger picture, so I just get on with my job. That's all I do, and my job is trying to kick everybody's ass, and that's all I work for, you know what I mean?
So this is different to every other race that we have during the year because of how much practice there is. The approach is very different. It has to be planned, calculated, but not overdo it. Because it's very easy to overdo, and when you overdo it, sometimes things go sideways and you don't want to go into the spiral and to the black hole that no one wants to go into.
I mean, I think the race it's not like a fun race, it's like a serious race. It's a lot to think about. There's obviously big consequences. You kind of get rewarded for bravery in this kind of track. So it's a big day, but then with the fans there on top of that, it just creates this like unique thing when you get to the track in the morning on race day. It's just like, yeah, it's like an electricity in the air. I mean, I've been with Arai since I was 12 years old. I remember when I got my first one, it was very exciting because it was kind of like a big thing in the go-karting world. And I never went back since. I tried another helmet once on an oval, and I ran it for one session, and I said, I'm going back. And I guess it's that, the feeling you get when you have it on, like the airflow, the visibility, like the cheek pads. I think that's they always feel so comfy, and whenever I put it on, I feel like I'm in my little happy place and I'm ready to go. So I'm a guy who run my visor a little bit open, and what I like with the Arai helmet is that you can crack it a bit, or like you don't even crack it, you kind of semi-crack it. It's still like, how do you say, like jammed here. You still can't take it open, but you can dictate like exactly where you want it, because I'm very specific about like the airflow that's coming into the helmet. And I never tried another helmet that can do that. Either it's like open or it's closed. Like there's no in between. And I can't live without that.
There's always new regulations, there's new specifications. The helmets have to evolve. The helmets always evolve. And not just the helmet, the visors, the lining, everything always constantly evolving. And sometimes it's not perfect, but it's really nice to know that you have a whole team behind you that is making sure that you're 100% confident and 100% comfortable in what you're wearing. Because whenever you're going 240 miles an hour, you don't want to be worrying about, oh, my forehead hurts, or there's too much pressure in my right ear, or stuff like that. And it makes a big difference. If you're focusing on the little things, then you're not able to focus on to make the thing go faster.
Yeah, one of the cool things, like right now in IndyCar is different because with the closed cockpit, you don't get the helmet, air in the helmet, but when you run open wheel, you want a helmet that, let's call it, flies well. It's balanced and it doesn't, like there's a lot of helmets will pull on you and stuff, and we never had any issues with the helmet, they have a couple of little shin things that you can put and in the top, and you can really balance it how you like it, and it gives you a really nice feeling. I really trust it. It's a lot, it's a helmet that I really feel comfortable with. A lot of brands came to me for me, especially when I was in F1, to try different helmets and things, but I just like the feel. I like everything about, how it fits in your head is so much better than any other helmet. So, like everything, from having good tires to have, good engine, good setup, good everything. When things flow and less things you need to worry about it, it's, things go your way.